Lionel, how's that cookie you're eating?
Whose cookie is that, Lion?
Cooley.
It's his.
Mine now. But it was Cooley beans.
How did you expect this fight to turn out?
I thought I was going to punch him more and kick him more. But the moment it started, his like face got like big and then got small. So I was like, shit. I might as well slam this motherfucker. Getting tired. But then his face just stayed one size the whole time. You feel me? So first time I slammed him first time, and then I was like, oh shit, he's like really light. So like I assume Cooley goes in there like 150-ish. From the way I would talk to him. So this morning alone, I woke up at 162. So by the time I got in that cage, I was probably like close to 170. So that's like a real disadvantage if this kid's like only cutting like 15, 16 pounds of fighting me. So that's why I wanted to like touch him. And after I slammed him and shit, I'm like, oh shit, he's light. So I'm just moving him around, and he's on the floor talking to me. He's like, dog, you just gonna hold me and wrestle me? I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, you're light. I'm like keeping my energy. Like, I don't want to blow my tank. So I'm like doing little shit, trying to find spots. And I'm hearing coaching them, and they're telling me stuff, and I'm looking at them like, yo, chill. He's light. Y'all don't see this? Like, I'm controlling with one hand and shit. And I'm just going, cause I realize like in wrestling, like when you got somebody in certain situations, like you rewatch that shit. There was certain times I like held him with one hand. And like I'm controlling his body for him to, and like he's like real springy. He uses his length real good. So like he would just like spring back up and be like right there. And I would have to like take him back down. I wanted to get some grounding pounds because when I got that full mount, I wanted to get some grounding pound off. But like I said, he moves real well. Like he knows how to move with his hips. Real fast. You can tell he doesn't know jiu-jitsu, but they teach him a lot of like how to get up off the ground, how to move, hip exchanges. He was real good at that. But I expected the fight to go any way I wanted. Like I said, I felt like I was better in him every way, every part. The only thing I said as I was coming here, I didn't feel nervous. I didn't feel no nervous energy, no nothing. I was ready.
Well, you know, leading up to this fight, I mean, there was a lot of, a little, I want to say fire on you for, you spoke about him not promoting the fight, not showing up at the presser,
that's
and stuff like that.
That's a disrespectful little fuck, and I realized why he did it. Because at the end of the day, he comes from the low zone background, you know what I'm saying, low zone school. So you're going to get ticket sales off of your gym and your name. You know what I mean? And you know you're going to promote your fight off of just your people and your brand. Like, I need people like him and people to look at his record and be like, oh shit, Lionel's about to fight this beast. Let me go see it. Whether you want to see me get fucked up or you don't want to see me get fucked up, like, give me that chance, give me that opportunity. So he basically throws me out on all promotional status. So like, I didn't do that great on ticket sales. I didn't do that great, but like little shit like that pushes me, man. It pushes me. Little shit like that makes me wake up in the morning. Like crazy part is like today, me and my kid's mother, we don't have each other like on social media and shit. But like my picture was going around so much in Brockton that people was like, yo, your baby father's fucking skinny. Cause they see my weight cut. And then she called me and she was like, can you take like a break? She was like, cause you look too skinny, it's not healthy. And I'm like, that was a pro cut. Like that's how a UFC guy looks. Like when he cuts to 135. Like that's pro cuts. Like those are the cuts that these fighters should be making. So like for example, like Cooley, man, he shouldn't be in there with a guy like me. He should have been there with a 125er and like picking them guys apart until he gets to the UFC. So it's like I'm just trying to show these little holes in our MMA game that we have locally, you know what I mean? Like if you want to pick apart these holes, cool. I'll get a win off your fucking the same people you think you can get, points off of. I'll be your Jay Ellis, be my Rodrigo. We can do that all day. So it's little shit like that, man, and it makes MMA so pure, man. And I feel like that's why they need me. England needs a person like me. I'll keep it pure for you, because these motherfuckers is gonna try and spoil this bitch. Like for example, man, I'll give you one, and I like Conor, but I can name 5, 6 people that will wash that boy. That will wash him at 145. Wash him, no respect. But at the end of the day, they gonna have him come here, no, because they want, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep the business of what it is, you know what I mean? And people like Cooley, keeping them fucking around me. Give me the guys that I want that are fucking battle stars, you know what I mean? Like, I like the Penfield. I like the Hardy brings. I ain't gonna let the motherfucker smack me at the weigh-ins. He might fucking be going to jail that day, because I'll be damn, you know what I mean? But it's just like people like that, man. I want something pure. You know what I mean? And in New England, I'm gonna keep giving you pure. I'm gonna give you my heart. I'm gonna give you everything I am, man. I'm 37 years old. I got an unperfect record. I might not even be the best. I might not even be the best that day. But anytime I'm out there, anytime you watch me, I'm gonna give you 110%, man. And that's what you can ask for.
Excellent, man. Well, that's all for me, man. Said enough for my man, Dahlia.
So, man, you were with me and Keith earlier talking, and you were just cool, calm, and collected and stuff. And you showed your heart and determination out there, and you earned some cookies out there. And my thing that I was wondering was, what happened? So you won the fight, all well and good. And what happened in the stands where, like, you were looking out the fence at the end of the fight? Like, what happened?
So I went over to congratulate him. Well, actually, while me and him was grappling, I don't know if you remember, we were at the cage, and he's like talking to me, and we're both talking, and the ref's like, do something. And I'm like holding him, because I'm like, I watched your film. Like, I'm one of them type of guys, if I fight you, just know I watched you more times than I watched probably my kids that month, bro. I'm being serious with you. Like, I watched Cooley's fight at CES. Like, I bought CES, the UFC Fight Pass, just for his fight. And I watched it, no lie, like 70, 80 times. You know? And all his other fights, I watched them all like 70, 80 times. Same with Patrick Gilbride. It's just something new I just been doing, trying to like pick people apart. You know what I mean? I always watch film, but each time I watch film on him, when he takes you to the fence, he likes his elbows and knees, and he breaks off real well, and he throws that shit. And I told myself going into this fight, I didn't want to give him nothing. I gave him something at the weigh-in. He made weight. I missed it by 1 pound. I felt like I couldn't give him nothing more. I can't give you no more inches. You know what I mean? And in that fight, I couldn't give him. I didn't want him to feel comfortable. I don't think y'all can say he threw an elbow in that fight. I don't think you can say he threw a knee in that fight. And there's not a fight he hasn't did where he hasn't thrown an elbow or a knee. That's probably the first fight where he never landed a strike. You know what I mean? Like, and I can say I did the same thing with Pat Gilbride. If you look at my fights and my body of work, I might not be the best fighter. It might not look the cleanest, but I'm totally dismantling these people's games. Everything that they come in there and do for the long period of time they're in the cage, I take it away. And I'm gonna keep doing that. And I'm gonna keep doing that. And I'm gonna have fun doing it. And somebody gonna pay me to do it. And that's the beautiful part.
Well, that's all I gotta say. And congratulations again.
Thank you, brother. I'm happy to meet you, man. Hopefully we see each other again.
Same to you. Repping Brockton over here, so.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go smoke Halloween.
Yeah, before you take off, man, shout outs to, whoever's helped you, anyone you want to shout out, all that stuff.
Wait. Coach, you come here real quick?
Yeah.
No, Coach, I really need you to come here. This man right here has been helping me so much, like changing my stand-up, where Eric helps my mind and my game planning. I want to thank this man right here. I'm telling you, the best Muay Thai coach in fucking Massachusetts, man. And if you have a chance, man, look him up, man. Alright, Coach Savi is a fucking master at his trade. And he fucking helped me in so many ways, man. So many ways. Him, Coach Eric, whole gang, like, dude.
Can I take one of these, though?
Go ahead, man. And yeah, man, I want to shout out everybody from Brockton that came up with me. Kevin Walsh, the boxer, man, that's my fucking dude. He's there every fight, man, win, lose, or draw, man. Bad boys for life, ride together, die together. You already know. The whole Citadel family. All my brothers, my sisters, my mothers, kids. If you need something, tell me. I clearly always tell you, man. Love you all, man.